Alright, so a couple things I want to mention before we start today. It is Monday, so we're going to react to the SEC games. But really quickly, some breaking news out of the MLB is that the Cubs are hiring Craig Counsell as their manager, and they have fired David Ross. Now, if you don't know who Craig Counsell is, he used to be the Milwaukee Brewers manager. He was actually a pretty good manager, and I heard there were rumors of him leaving Chicago or leaving Milwaukee but not managing a team. But, however, it looks like he's going to be managing the Chicago Cubs for the majority, or for at least the 23 season, and free agency has officially started today in the MLB. But today is also college basketball startup week. Today, Alabama plays, South Alabama plays, a lot of the SEC teams play today. So there are some really good college basketball games on today. But of course, it's Monday, so we're going to react to the SEC games that were happening over the weekend, as next week we have a lot of slate games to get to as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, though, hop in to some SEC reactions. I believe this is week number 10, I believe, as well, as there's a ton to get to in today's video. Alright, so we'll start off with the 11 a.m. game, and that was Texas A&M going into Ole Miss. This was a really, really good battle, and A&M really had the chance to win the game at the end of the game where they missed that field goal to tie it up to go to overtime. They could have won that game easily, but they missed the field goal, and Ole Miss squeaks by against A&M. Jackson Dart obviously had a great day, 367 yards and 2 touchdowns on offense, as well as the running back and wide receiver core getting it done for the Ole Miss offense. Defenses, not a lot to show, but they did hold their own. The special teams defense held their own against that Texas A&M kicker who missed the field goal as well. So A&M should have won that game, potentially could have won that game if they hadn't missed that field goal. But Ole Miss gets the job done against A&M at home like predicted. Alright, so here we go. This next game I want to talk about because after I saw the A&M kicker miss the field goal, I flipped it over to this game because it was a commercial break for the other game. So I flipped it to the Arkansas-Florida game because I knew it was a close matchup, but I didn't know what time was left and stuff like that. But Arkansas also Florida missed the game-winning field goal that would have won them the game. They were tied at 30 or something like that, and they won that game as well, or could have won that game. So Florida also missing the game-winning extra point, and then their defense just collapsed in overtime. That's literally what happened. I think I had Florida winning this game, if I'm not sure, but I don't know what else to say. I'm just shocked that 2 game winners almost missed these field goals as well. What is up with kickers in the SEC right now? All right, moving on, you got one of my bold predictions, and it almost happened. Jacksonville State beating South Carolina. South Carolina, escaped within that fourth quarter is what I saw. But Jacksonville State did keep it close, and I was shocked at how close it would have been, having said that in my video last week. But South Carolina got the job done. Spencer Rattler was 389 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, is what I have seeing right now. So it wasn't that bad of a day offensively for South Carolina. They did, however, end up getting what they needed to get done in the fourth quarter as South Carolina got the win at home like they needed to. But I got that pick wrong. All right, moving on. I guess we could talk about it a little bit. Tennessee versus UConn. So one of the Spanish Fort people who plays tight end, I know Chandler Wilson, got an offer from Tennessee this past weekend after visiting up there. So congratulations to Chandler Wilson on that offer from a Power 5 school as a 3-star tight end. That's pretty good if you're asking me. But this game was everything that I thought it would be and more. Again, if it would have been a basketball game, these 2 schools would have been absolutely neck and neck, may have even gone into overtime or double overtime, something like that. However, it wasn't, and Tennessee's the better team in football as shown right there by the score. 59-3. Don't really need to talk about that game a lot. I just wanted to hit on it because I know someone who got an offer from Jeremy Pruitt and the Tennessee staff after their visit this past weekend. So congratulations, Chandler Wilson. Let's move on to the next game, though. And man, was I almost right on this pick as well. Missouri hung in there with Georgia. It was neck and neck for the majority of the game, and then Georgia kind of narrowly escaped there at the end. 21-30 the final score in that Missouri and Georgia game, and I almost got that pick right. I was so mad at myself for not getting that pick right, but I thought this would be Missouri's week. Missouri's not a bad team. Their offense looked really, really good in this game. The running game for Missouri got in on it a little bit, 1 touchdown as well. I'm sure the quarterbacks got in on it as well. But Missouri's not a bad team this year. This is shown based off of their playoff ranking right now, which is number 12. I expect them to move maybe into the top 10 if they can find a way to win a couple more of these SEC games by the end of the year. So Missouri is a dark horse to keep an eye on. They might slip up and beat a couple of upset teams if they have the chance to as well. They could beat some of these really, really good teams. But Georgia did get the win at home like they were supposed to, but they did narrowly escape. Let's go ahead and move on, though. Moving on, you got Auburn taking on Vanderbilt, the 3 o'clock game on SEC Network. And here's a bit of news for you guys. New Mexico State will also be on 3 o'clock. So that is Auburn's 4th consecutive game during the 2:30, 3 o'clock time slate on SEC Network. And that will probably be the last game before the Iron Bowl, which is going to be on CBS, as you guys know. But Jarquez Hunter had himself a day. He had 2 touchdowns, 163 yards of 19 carries, 2 66-yard runs somewhere in between that. That was insane, and he scored both of those touchdowns off of that. Peyton Thorne also had himself a hell of a day. 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 1 pick. That is probably one of the best performances I've seen this Auburn Tigers offense play within these 2-game stretch. Now, can we carry it over and beat Arkansas this week and hopefully get bowl eligible next week? Is the goal. That is the main goal, to get bowl eligible under Hugh Freeze's first year. And I think we can do it. We got to play like we played against this Arkansas team that just came off a win against Florida, though, in the swamp, might I add. So, great win for the Auburn Tigers. I need y'all to keep it up, though, boys, as we have Arkansas and New Mexico State and Alabama left. All right, moving on. In this game, I'm pretty sure I picked Kentucky to win this game. I have to go back and look. But Kentucky did murder the crap out of Mississippi State. Again, it wasn't really fair for Mississippi State because they looked terrible. Kentucky, though, looked really, really good offensively and defensively as well. So that's all I wanted to say about that game. Let's move on to the final game, which I'm sure a lot of people watched. All right, moving on to the next game, and that is Alabama and LSU. Jalen Milroe, a historic day. 4 touchdowns on rushing. Jaden Daniels also had a great day before he got hit. By the way, that hit, keep prayers for Jaden Daniels and his family as he recovers from his injury. I'm not sure how long he's out for, or if he's out even longer. I'll have to keep you guys posted on that. Maybe on Friday is when we'll get an update regarding that for LSU's next game. However, Alabama did get the win, but they did pull away in that third quarter is from where it went haywire for LSU after Jaden Daniels got hurt. Now, that's not LSU's fault. It's not anybody's fault, but Jaden Daniels did take a really, really bad hit, and that's what caused him to get hurt. I don't really know what else to say about this game because it was a very good game, especially in the first half, which from what I saw was the better half. I didn't get to watch the first half. I only watched the second half because I was working, but Alabama and LSU looked pretty good neck and neck in the first half, and I think if Jaden Daniels wouldn't have gotten hurt, this would have been a better game for one of the more historic games for the ages. But Alabama gets the win, and it looks like they will be a lock for the SEC West in the SEC Championship game. Anyway, though, that is all for today's video. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that being said, I'm going to hop off, get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you guys in the next video. What I'm watching tonight, though, is South Alabama basketball starts tonight. Alabama plays today. I'm sure there's some good college basketball games. Pelicans play today. Monday Night Football, there is a Marvel's trailer that is dropping during the game. So, comic book nerd fans on that channel, we will have our reaction to that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow morning up on the channel before tomorrow wakes up, and we can break that down if there's any new footage or stuff like that from the Marvels, which releases this week. Anyway, though, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.